Stick around for the next 2.5 minutes and learn how to make seawater into this crumbly rock salt. First, gather your tools for collection and find the salt. My spot is conveniently located down the side of this mountain. So run on over to it, and you're going to find these tide pools that just have salty little pockets. During high tide, the big waves come and splash onto the rocks and fill up these little tide pools. As that water evaporates, it's going to become saltier and saltier until it hits 36% salinity, at which point the salt water will turn into salt and water, and it's ready for collection. As you're scooping out the salt, just take care to not drag it across the very bottom of the tide pool. You don't want any of that extra sediment in there. And I ended up with about 8 bags that looked like this. Now, to distill the salt and make it clean, I'm just going to boil it off in water and try to get it again to that 36% salinity, so I'm not waiting for it to evaporate too long. This is best done with a kitchen scale at a ratio of about 2 parts water to 1 part salt. Once all the salt is dissolved, you're going to strain it through this colander and then through layers of wet paper towel until the water starts to run clean. Remember to wash out the containers in between these strains because that sediment will be left behind. And once your water looks like this, you're ready to go. So you're going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then down to a simmer. That's going to kill off anything living in there that you don't want to eat. And then you can do one of 2 things. In this video, we're going for the rock salt. So you're going to put it into the air fryer, cover a pan about 1 centimeter deep, put it in for 3 hours at 170 degrees, and just let it go. After about 1 hour, you should have crystals starting to form and swirl around in there. After 2 hours, there should be a lot of crystals and some flakes starting to form at the edges of the pan as well. After the 3 hours, it should look like this, a lot of crystals in there and some flakes coming in from the edges. The whole process might take 4 hours depending on your water's temperature and salinity when it goes in. But after that, just scoop it, dry it for a few days, and you should be left with this. I'm calling it crumbly rock salt because they're big cubes, but they're not solid. They're kind of layered and almost hollow in a way, so you get a good bite, but I can also break it between the pads of my fingers. Great for finishing baked goods or steak.